Yo, they're making a new Star Trek game? Hell yeah. A few weeks ago, I found out that they were making this Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, and now I'm very excited to play the demo for the first time. Links for it down below in the description. Not sure when this one's going to release or if it'll be on consoles or whatnot, but it is part of the Steam Next Fest, and I do love myself some Steam Next Fest. So thanks again for subbing to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, and thank you very much for turning on that notification bell too to see more of Star Trek Voyager and many other games. I've actually never watched a Voyager before. I'm familiar with a few of the characters from it though, but I've never done a full watch of the series. So let me know if you'd recommend or what some of your favorite Star Trek both series and or movies are, or just anything related to the franchise. And let's go ahead and jump in for our first look then at Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown demo. Let's go. Stardate 48315.6. A new ship, a new crew, a new mission. Today we embark on a mission to locate Marquis' vessel that has disappeared in the Badlands. Starfleet intelligence believes that these terrorists have acquired dangerous new technology. My chief of security, Tuvok, is undercover aboard that ship. I haven't received any communication from him in over a week. The Badlands are treacherous. I can only hope he is safe. In the meantime, I have a starship to prepare for launch and a crew to assemble. Speaking of which, our final two crew members have just arrived: Ensign Harry Kim and Tom Paris. Oh, new recruits. It seems I have a few introductions to make. Oh. So what I'm hoping for is that this will be fully voice acted either by actors who sound like them or are actually maybe some of the actors from the TV show or whatnot. Yeah, so it does say that the demo is still a work in progress of the full version of the game, and that there is going to be a lot of things changing, and only the first 12 star sectors are available. So I'm not sure exactly how long the demo will be then, but we'll still take a peek at it, and certainly has a lot of promise and potential to be great so long as they do certain things right. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the Academy. Ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Marquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Marquis vessel. And with all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire Ensign. The Marquis? Wow. I have heard a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was with the Marquis only a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely penal colony in New Zealand. Prison? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is Captain. A report to your stations. Helm, take us to the Badland maximum warp. Into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. That is beautiful artwork back there. That's a great looking planet. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues may be hiding? I wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetron beam scanning us and a displacement wave heading towards us. Oh, great. Incoming! A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager. Its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert. Helm, evasive maneuvers. No effect. The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Damn. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find the bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. Transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sick bay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The Derudium tanks are empty. Warp core has gone to gray mode. We're on reserves barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of Derudium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online. Now. Alright, so a little tutorial then on how to repair things. Now this was what really caught my attention immediately in this game, was the ability to basically look at the entire ship as a cutaway, or at least most of it, although this may not be either A, complete, or B, accessible in the full game, who knows. But it is cool to be able to see things like hangar bays and, you know, sick bays. You got your main deflector there, you know, you got different types of cruise quarters, and a lot of this stuff completely damaged, like ruined, which we might be able to rebuild. So it gives me a little bit of vibes of this war mine, a little U-boat with, you know, managing the crew from the cutaway view, and of course a lot of resource management from Ixion. In fact, you can see the resources up here. We got Borg nanites, bioneural gel packs, we got science points, dilithium, Derudium as well. And then we've got energy that we can produce, batteries, duranium, tritanium, and food, a rare and unknown resource. And then our crew as well, 36 out of 50, as well as one person or team idling. So a lot of management here in both in terms of repair resources. And again, if you're a big fan of this, definitely check out the Alters, which came out earlier this year too. And that's again a vibe that I'm getting from this as well. Okay, let's go ahead and repair then well, there's our shield generator, but we want cartography, which was around here somewhere. Let's go ahead and look at actually everything. We've got a mess hall, we've got our science lab. Bridge up here, that's where we are. We've got the phaser control room. I guess these are the only areas that were not destroyed or damaged. Aero shuttle bay, again the main deflector down here, and then the warp core must be multiple areas down here, like several rooms working together. Oh, and there's the stellar cartography right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to switch that on. Allows to scan POIs in nearby systems, see the resource types and amount of POI in another system while scanning. Okay, let's get that online. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there. What? What Harry's trying to stammer is that we're not in the Badlands anymore. Oh. Something rescued us? A giant station of some sort. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This. Array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a Derudium source. Scan for points of interest. Looks like we're going there. Alright, there's the Voyager then. Now, I've already fired this up once just to kind of take a little peek at things, and it does look like in the demo, from what I could tell, these locations and our location are all randomized. So perhaps on future playthroughs, what kinds of planets you encounter, maybe the layouts of systems, how many planets are here, and enemies and other things like that could be randomized each time. So we could have ourselves like a really fun roguelike game with Star Trek, which would be outstanding. Let's go ahead and scan for some of these resources then. So let's scan, I guess, the nearest planet. No data on that one. Let's scan. Duranium, that's not what we need. Ah, there it is. Now we can get Derudium. Derudium? I don't know how to say it, but I'm just going to call it like that. Okay, navigate the ship by traveling to various locations, and while traveling, time passes in the forms of cycles. Okay. And it looks like there's a high and low risk for things like life support and whatnot. Alright, let's go ahead and head to that planet then. Set course. And away we go. Also, look at the sun. That's a Class A star, I believe. Sensors detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with unusually high concentration of Derudium. Deploy a collector drone or risk to maneuver. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and take a risk, baby. Beautiful. 100% reward distribution, 609 in total. That was risky, but we did it. Captain, we can now deactivate gray mode. I'm glad we were able to make it. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. Alright, so we can increase that there then. This is like, kind of, to me, the generator in Frostpunk, turning up its intensity and whatnot. So, let's go ahead and click here at the main engineering. And we're going to increase warp core to tier 1, out of gray mode. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now, what about this thing? This array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detect a marquee vessel next to it. Scan for signs of life. Try hailing them. Let's scan first, then hail. Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There's no one on board, Captain. Oh, really? Okay. Try again? Oh, try the array. Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? No, I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. Well, we'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a duranium deposit. We'll need that to repair the transporter room. Well, we already did find that right over there, right next door, so that's good. Yeah, so it's a Class A star. Ooh, it's a double system. Nice, a Class M and a Class A next to each other. Very sunny. Pretty, too. Okay, let's go ahead and click there and grab whatever we need. I'm gonna be risky this playthrough. I'm gonna go for maximum risk, maximum reward if it seems like a good idea. Like here, seems a little risky to grab that, but what's great out there? Oh, we need engineering office level 1 to be able to take advantage of that. So yeah, okay, we're gonna have to repair, so we'll go low risk then. Not much we can do on that one. Okay, we got 32. We now have all the duranium we need. Duranium? Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Alright, transporter room, repair. Transporters are back online, Captain. Mr. Paris, set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Well, there's the array. Set course. Ooh, cutscene. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Oh, damn. You're sending the 2 newbies out? Well, I guess they're the only 2 who are not unconscious. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Okay, so this kind of reminds me a bit of some of the things from Ixion 2, but very cool that we're actually going to be tested with things like going out on an expedition in Jurassic World Evolution, for example, where logistics, genetics, that type of thing, a better match for a mission means better results. Makes sense. Oh, wow, we actually get to go to the teleporter room? That is cool. All right, Harry Kim is quick-witted, and Tom Paris is a pilot. Let's see what their levels are. Looks like engineering and maybe chemistry of some sort, and then I'd assume that's maybe piloting, engineering, and maybe medical there. So let's go ahead and pop them in there. And it looks like we can look at further information. Maybe. Maybe not. All right, let's go out on the mission. All right, don't die, boys. And good luck. Ooh, we're in like a wheat field. Pretty. Oh, that's really cool. All right, this is really nice. They've done a good job here. I would like to see maybe a little more animation or something like that, but I swear I see the grass or whatever they're standing in is definitely blowing around for sure. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? Look for footprints or special noises. Scan for any life signs or energy signatures. Let's do that. That seems like a good call. What's the 29 though? Oh, his level to do that. Okay, so skill checks really. I think that'd probably be a better call. Let's just scan. Easy. Harry and Tom use their tricorders to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working in the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. Now, why isn't Dick in the away team? Shouldn't we have Tom, Dick, and Harry all together? The escape tunnels from Stalag 13 or however the hell the story goes. I remember that from Metal Gear Solid 3. All right, continue. Okay, fatigue. Looks like we'll need to worry about that as well. Ooh, is that bread? Damn. Looks like Elton John's bringing out some bread. Sweet. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Demand to know what's going on. Try to read his body language for clues. Argue with the facts that this can't be a farm on Earth and you just want to know what's going on. Well, they don't know anything of Earth, and why would we like start making demands? Just what's the vibe? Give me a vibe check. Okay, Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he's putting on an act, but they can't quite put a finger on it and why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, wondering about Harry and Tom being early and how it's not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Nothing like fresh corn cobs, y'all. That might heal a little bit of the fatigue, too. Let's see. Cumulative skill value. Wow. This is really going into a nice, almost like a... I was just going to say Dungeons and Dragons type feel. Is there a Dungeons and Dragons for sci-fi? Does anyone know? Like, let me know down below if anybody plays like a D&D, but like Star Trek, Star Wars. I think Star Trek would be a little more interesting because it'd be all about investigation and like asking questions before you start blasting. Now, the old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the marquee ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially in the back wall. Trying to analyze where the red energy readings are coming from. Investigate for a hidden door. Try to find a way to break the illusion of the wall. Yeah, let's do a team effort there on that one. Oh, look at that. Actually, a good chance of success. Let's see if we can find out what's back there. Harry and Tom tried to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they could break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Oh great, it was an elaborate ruse. Well, at least we detected that. Although I don't know what he means by it's not your turn yet. Are they harvesting organs? Look at this. There's many people here. Many people. These people must have they must be the missing marquee. They're being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Quick-witted or pilot. I think we should wake up the half Klingon woman. Oh wait, we get Terudium from that though. Oh, I don't know. What is this again? I think that's science points, wasn't it? No, those are science points. Whatever. Give me this one. I want to see the Klingon fight. Entertain me. Your choice has consequences. Harry sprints towards the half Klingon woman, hoping to rescue her. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Harry can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Oh, I feel like that was going to happen no matter what. Mission complete. Oh yeah, that feels like they were both going to be done. That's definitely an episode of Star Trek right there for sure. No injury bonus. All right, so we weren't hurt. That's good. So that's just Sector 1. All right, so the demo goes on like 12 times. That's a really generous demo. I could have just ended right there. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Harry Kim unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Whoa. I'm back on the Voyager. What happened over there, Mr. King? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? But we were just there, right, Tom? Tom? Seems like he's still on the array. I hope you have a hidden piloting talent because we're short. Actually, isn't he sitting there right now? Captain, we're being hailed by the Marquis. Starfleet. I don't know what you did to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Oh, cool, yeah. Bring cookies. Face to face, despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of the Marquis crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Oh yeah, definitely Star Trek. This is really good Star Trek writing. This is like, this feels like the vibe, for sure, how they would go. Don't play games, Starfleet. Oh, okay, I'll shut it down right now. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. Ma'am, you're beaming to our ship with weapons, and that you call that defense? I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Marquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you I performed my Marquis duties to the highest standards. Attack. You win some, you lose some. Let's just focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we can't get back that easy. They're sealed and their communications are cut off. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support and secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Alright, we'll do that then. Switch on. Life support restored on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Repair. So that'll take some manpower and a couple other resources. We can also dismantle or upgrade rooms too, so that's very cool. So definitely a base builder in a way. Repairs in progress. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more Durudium and Duranium. Duran. Alright, well, let's scan this planet here. We didn't do that one yet. That's close. Okay. Durudium, let's go set course. So now we're going to be repairing for a little while. I got you. Engineering office is now up and running. Cool. Enter the ship. Sick bay is damaged. Can't get that up and running yet. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. Where we now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Alright, so we can assign teams to do different jobs. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. Oh yeah, so we're going to have like limited life support, I guess, for now. And that'll probably affect morale if we don't get that online with the food supply and the sick bay and all the other things. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access the replicator rations again. Okay, so we gotta get the mess hall online, but we need more of Urathang. So let's set a course then. Oh yeah, we can just go back to the system view. Ooh, cool. It's actually almost fully 3D. That's cool. Let's see. So we're done up here with the scans and the visiting. Let's go... I guess we'll go clockwise around things. Ooh, alright. Set course there. Oh, it's like an asteroid belt. What do we got? Safely search? No. Repair parts of the mining station. Yeah, now we got the engineering online. Let's do it. Nice. Plus 64. So yeah, this definitely reminds me of all the scouting missions in Ixion. I love that so much. And I was hoping for something like this. Looks like stellar cartography. Oh, we need to upgrade that in order to see better. Okay. Use the tractor beam to try to clump up debris. Ooh. Oh, lost due to full storage. Oh, okay, we're already full anyway, so we were only going to be able to take so much. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's use some resources then. So can we get mess hall back online? Yes. Oh man. It's going to be pizza night. Repairs in progress. Alright, it'll take a few turns. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. Ruined room must be cleared to create room for residential sections. Oh man, so we're going to build all sorts of rooms here. Nice. Ruined room, clear debris. Oh, we'll gain some resources for that too. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Right. But I also think we should maybe build stuff because we're kind of full on stuff. I don't know if there's a way where we can maybe up... Okay, damage here. Can we do some light repairs on anything? Seems like just that. Okay, well, back to the system then. And I think we scanned that one, so let's move down here. Scan this one. The Class G planet. A true G. For real, for real. Leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging other parts from the ship. Torpedo launch bay is probably something we'll get in a long time, so let's just go with the basics. And it looks like we're full again, yep. Okay, so we can continue going around, but we're kind of full on stuff, so, more tutorials. The tutorials have been quite good with, you know, like, wordy without being, like, too wordy. I like that. Anything we can upgrade? Transporter room. Cartography, we'll need 50 of whatever that is. Engineering. And if I clear debris, that's going to be the same problem of having too many resources. I wonder if there's something we can do for storage. Is there a storage bay? Oh wow, we can actually zoom all the way in too to see a lot of stuff in detail. That's really nicely done. For the Aero Shuttle bay. Looks like the front of the ship is not yet complete either. Can we clear multiple rooms at a time? Ah, we're not going to have space for these resources, though. We'd be wasting things. Well, we can continue to fly around and scan, I guess. Let's scan the remaining sectors. Derudium. We got a lot of that stuff. Okay, well, we've scanned everything now. We got a lot of people to take care of. Alright, how do we speed up time then? 48 cycles, okay. Keep exploring while the repairs are in progress. Alright, well, I'll fly down here. Oh, there we go. Mess hall life support is good. Mess hall repairs are completed, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. You got it. Premium replicator rations, yes. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew, Captain. Oh, good. That's going to really help morale. Very nice. So that's morale there, as well as maybe the total number of people. It says quarterless 50 right now, so we need to give them some homes. And one more cycle for the remaining room. Maybe we can give the captain her quarters. Allies can be recruited here. Looks like the bridge doesn't take up any power. And life support is pretty much here down the main elevator shaft there. Oh, the ruined room is ready too. Okay, good. Ruined room removal concluded. Maybe we should rebuild some crew quarters now. It'll do wonders for morale, Captain. Probably not a bad idea. So what do we have here? Crew buildings, technology, combat, and Borg technology. Under crew we have an emergency quarters, then we have crew quarters, officers quarters, sick bay, holodeck, and observation lounge. Wow, so we can kind of build our own residential area. What else is there? Under technology then we have the science laboratory, the hydroponics bay, large hydroponics bay, biolaboratory, and waste disassembler. Anyway, combat. We've got ourselves the phaser control room, shield generator, disruptor array control room, emergency dissipator control room, and cloaking device. Wow, the Romulans are going to be jealous of my ship. And then Borg technology, which there's a lot. Regeneration alcoves, a cutting beam control room, shield matrix, an ARU facility, a neuroelectric field generator, and the Borg maturation chamber. Nothing on the Ferengi laws of acquisition. What is the Ferengi law of acquisition number 12, if you've watched this far? I want to see it. Nobody's going to do it. Only Mega Pros will. Only real ones. All right, let's clear another room. And then let's make this one an emergency quarters, because that's kind of all we have for now. Better than nothing. It says, you know, morale -1, but better than the floor. Better than the floor. Oh, we're getting a call. New phone, who dis? Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Oh, why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. It's the old man with the banjo, but his form is entirely different compared to how he appeared on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Appeal to his humanity. Immediately want them back. Optional, scan the array for Tom and Chakotay. Let's do that. Seems like it may give an interesting outcome. I won't rely on the words of a stranger. Scan the array for life signs, Tom and Chakotay. Oh, this is going to result in nothing. No sign of them, Captain, and no humanoid life forms indicated at all. Who or what are we talking to right now? At least we know that. Looks like we got a pretty much 33.3% chance of success, although this is 40 plus 30. Why did we get the extra bonus? Maybe because of her skills, Janeway? Let Torres talk. That's a 60% right there. Let's do that one. No. Listen to your Gramps, return Chakotay, or I'll use the banjo in ways only a Klingon could. Got it? The struggle for survival. It's a heavy burden, but I have no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Whose survival? I hope you're not talking about Chakotay and the pilot. Your people? No, your people may just hold the key to their survival, and I must hurry. What? No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. This is getting us nowhere. We need to find our people fast. Oh, you managed to extract valuable information, Miss Torres. I commend you for that. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Captain, if I may. I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our mission, a missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Mr. Torres? Miss Torres? I like this any more than you, but it'll be easier if we work together, Captain. Helm, set course for the 5th planet of the neighboring system. Let's find our people. Let's do just that. Set a course for the 5th planet in the neighboring system. Maximum warp. Which in this case would be like, 2.1 warp. Okay, so now we need to switch to a completely different system. Oh, unless we already did it. No, this looks the same. Captain, we found an abandoned ship. Oh, this is because of the order we gave just beforehand. Yeah, take whatever we can. I think it'll succeed. It did. Alright, we're leaving then. We got a bunch of stuff. Can we actually look around and see other systems? Maybe? I don't know. Sector. Alright, we're going to sector... System 7. Construction report. Ooh. We're pushing there now. Oh, good. We're dismantling. Okay, so a lot of construction's happening while we're fast traveling. Although that room is... Oh, now it's ready. Alright, another room ready to go. Do we have to, oh, we have to activate it, but I can't give crews, like, orders. It's just like a regular barracks. There's, like, quite a few beds in there, actually. What? It's pinging like it wants me to do something. Oh, I guess we gotta find that system, star, whatever. We're in the system now, right? Okay, we're in the right system, and then which one do we need? The 5th planet? That one there. Set course. Alright, we'll see what's here. Looks like we're getting low on Derudium too. As we clear some of the ship, though, we should get a lot more. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Ooh, cutscene. Also, not to mention, this is a demo. Even if we had an amazing experience of random rare RNG, it's not going to carry over. Catherine Janeway. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the caretaker's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Planet Arizona? Are Tom, Paris, and Captain Chakotay perhaps being held in this place? What makes this place so special? Do a general scan. That's a good idea. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. Has all the basic characteristics of a Class M planet, M-class planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Okay. Strange, but intriguing. Give me energy impulse readings. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They're consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of desert. I recommend an away team investigate the area. There is something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we better hurry. Okay, now hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and speculate here. I'm guessing that pulse that we encountered at the beginning was some sort of like end of a Groundhog's Day type experiment or sequence or something like that. And whenever that happens, like it explodes, like the Badlands or wherever they were doing research. It basically damages and destroys everything maybe closer to the epicenter. And that's why, that explains kind of why we were teleported, because we were reset, although we're like a new part of the equation. They'll explain it. Of course, with subspace particles, everything will just be explained with subspace. Like how Kojima explains everything with nanomachines. All right, prepare an away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. No teleporter? Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. First contact, a peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Marquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant? Now, wait a minute. He does look familiar to me. Neelix. Oh, I've seen him definitely in the show. Greetings. Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times, well, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. I love how we went from 1,000 down to 50. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But, Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but, of course, a guide needs a little, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful! To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. Oh, wow. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. All right. Oh, that's our ally then that we can see from the bridge, I think. If I go there, we'll probably see it. So is this... That's a shipwreck there. Okay, where do we want to go? Rebuild Voyager and explore the system or skip cycles until Neelix is ready to talk. Okay, so he's not going to talk yet. We need to stand by. So... what else may we repair? Sick bay, that's probably a good idea. And the shield generator also seems good. Battery compartment. Okay, let's go back to system. Let's scan what we're next to. Is there anything here? Scan. Set course. Right next to it. Just grab what you can. Nice. This is great. It's very cool. Let's see. Debris field. Try that too, maybe. And the shield generator is ready to go. Good to see it. Oh, the holodeck too. Oh, damn. Let's see. Back to the system. Sick bay is operational too. Love to see it. I used the tractor beam to try to clump up debris. Let's give it a shot. 666 on the XP, so you know that's a bad omen. Oh well. 233. Gotta roll them dice, boys. Gotta take big risks. We're getting a call. Caretaker again. What a delicious meal! A culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What is it called again? Oh boy. What could it be? Ham sandwich, I think. Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I'm pleased that you're enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah, yes. Your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazan Olga encampment. Kazan what? One Kazan sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, everyone can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Ocampa had our people. Well, the Ocampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, May Jabin, the Olga leader might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. Alright, ask for more information on this guy. Anything else we should know about him? Water is a precious commodity around these parts. The Olga, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Send the team down, bring bottles of water. Very well, prepare an away team. You'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. Oh boy, we're going down to the surface. Somebody's gonna die. Wait, where do we go? Down there. Okay. Let's get closer. Quarter problem. Captain, I need to address the lack of quarters. Many are sleeping in the corridors and morale is suffering. Ooh, we're getting like a Frostpunk situation here. 40 cycles to do one of these few things. Oh, wow. Enough for one or enough for all? Let's do all. Let's be ballsy. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Send the away team. And we'll worry about the, I guess, the building of the quarters in a little bit. Okay, let's send Mr. Kim. And I also want Tuvok because of Big Brain. Vulcan botanist. Harry Kim is quick-witted, and oh, I see he's also... Neelix is also a botanist. Okay. Well, let's go. Away team materializes in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly, and the air is hot and dry. Sandy wind whips up into their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Struggle through. Orient yourself to a cardinal points. Oh, we're all just nerds. Struggle. Struggle's real. The team pushes forward, battling the strong winds and low visibility. Finally, they emerge onto a ledge with a cleaner view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot a Kazan Olga settlement. However, the wind is picking up, and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Uh-oh. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. Build a temporary shelter from what you can find. Analyze the area, and evaluate best cover for the storm. Yeah, good idea. The away team quickly analyzes the terrain, discovering a natural crevice offering the best protection from the storm. The rock walls shield them from the worst of the wind and sand. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges unharmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazan Olga settlement. All right. Ooh, mission risks. Oh, even fatalities. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people here? Prepare to fire. I'm kidding. Let him do the talking, because he is kind of their friend. Yeah, let's do that. Neelix bounds forward, greeting the Kazan Olga in his usual boisterous manner. The woman and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. The men approach cautiously, weapons in hand. A tall Kazan emerges from the settlement. Jabin, their leader, at the sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like Kazan, but more like a human with pointy ears, peers around a corner. Seems like the Kazan don't find Neelix charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? How about the water? Oh, we could demonstrate to keep them at bay. Let's try to be friendly. It's gonna be risky, but let's go for it. It's gonna be a fail. Oh, a success. The away team offers Jabin water from their replicators. Fascinated by the technology, Jabin accepts the offer and becomes more receptive. He explains that the Ocampa live underground. Their access... Wow, okay, they're like the Fremen from Dune. Controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised Ocampa women as holding as a slave, explaining that she is one of a few who managed to reach the surface when suddenly Neelix grabs a phaser. He points it at Jabin and demands that for the Ocampa girl to be freed. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Attack to retreat, run, appease, and carefully withdraw. Let's try that. Go for the morale move too. Nice. The away team raises their hands in a gesture of peace, slowly backing away while choosing their words carefully to calm the angry Kazan. Jabin, though furious at Neelix's impulsive action, recognizes the away team's intelligent attempt to de-escalate the situation. He allows them to retreat, though his eyes burn with anger. Wow, nice. Mission complete. Cool. This is definitely Star Trek. They've done a good job with the writing. I could see this going all those ways in the episodes. Well, that's all the time I have today for Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. What'd you think? I am absolutely excited to play this one a lot more. I hope they get some voice acting. I hope they get, more music, more art. But it's great. This is good. Now give me more of it. So hopefully sometime soon we'll see the full release on this one. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.